Hey guys, welcome to our call tonight. I am so excited to talk about this topic because I think it's one that we don't talk about a whole lot in Plexus. And because we tend to focus on things like health and wellness, overall health, that type of thing, weight loss. And what kind of gets pushed to the wayside is the athletic performance aspect of this. And really, those things go hand in hand. And we have some incredible products that especially have touched our home from the athletic portion of it. And they really can help you increase your stamina, increase your performance, increase your energy to just get to the darn gym, but then increase your results as well. And so that's what we wanted to hop on here today and talk about. We have tons and tons of fitness buffs on our team in Plexus, lots and lots of figure competitors, Olympic athletes, professional athletes, ex-NFL quarterbacks, all sorts of highly performing individuals. And they've chosen Plexus because of our high quality ingredients and the results that we provide. And we provide a really holistic approach to health and wellness, which then transcends into the athletic performance arena of this as well. And I'll just share, I'm about to kick it over to Amy Morton, who is an amazing, amazing trainer. She's built her life and built her career surrounding fitness. And so she's going to talk to us a little bit tonight. But just wanted to kind of touch that, recovery is a huge, huge aspect of fitness. And my husband, Gavin, he is a basketball player. And for the longest time, he was having crazy shoulder issues. And in and out of everything from chiropractors to, sports medicine, having MRIs done on his shoulder and that kind of thing. And they were talking, before we started Plexus, they were talking shoulder surgery. And just him taking our ease and our nerve health really turned things around for him. He was actually able to avoid surgery. And not only that, it helped his knee problems as well and his back problems. But the shoulder was the thing that was really, really causing him massive issue. He was playing with a brace anyway. He played college basketball, so he just kind of continued that on post-college. And the fact that he was able to avoid surgery, just, we get these injuries and we get these issues that happen, and we don't want them to end up having to sideline us permanently or to have these major surgeries have to happen and that sort of thing. Some of that's obviously inevitable, but I just wanted to kind of start this topic out by, that there are so many different aspects to athletic performance. It's not just protein, it's not just pre-workouts and that sort of thing. It really is total body wellness, but it's also how you take care of your body and the recovery aspect of it. So with that being said, I want to introduce my friend Amy to the call tonight. Like I said, she has built her life and built her business surrounding helping others achieve excellence in fitness and help them achieve their goals with that. So I wanted to turn it over to her so she can talk a little bit about why she chose Plexus and what it's done for her and for her clients as well.
Hey everybody. Hopefully everyone can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Okay. I'm in my basement, so I don't always get great reception down here. I'm in my gym. This is where I work and spend my days. But anyways, so I ran track and cross country for Auburn. Feels like yesterday, but it's been 20 years. I got an exercise science degree and then became a personal trainer. So I've been training for a long time. And so I just kind of want to start with my own personal story with how Plexus has helped me. So after college, I did continue to run pretty seriously and did pretty well competing. And ran the Boston Marathon and hit some really fast times. And then we had kids. And so I took a few years off, and then I did get in really good shape again after having 2 kids. And I feel like I was in, almost as good a shape as I was during college. But then we had 2 more kids. And actually after the 3rd child, I tried to come back to competing again. And so my distance is the half marathon now as an adult. And I just, after having my 3rd, I never had enough energy, I guess. It just didn't work out. I kept trying, but it's almost like it made me so sad because it was almost like, oh, I don't even want to run. Like, what is going on here? Like, I just didn't have the energy. So very sadly, I stopped, and was kind of lost for a few years in there. And we had another baby, gave me a focus and have another baby. And and then she's our last. We're just going to have 4. I'm like, okay, let's try this again. Let's see, Amy, if you can actually compete. I have 2 teammates that just qualified for Olympic trials, and I still have crazy dreams to do it. It's crazy because I'm almost 40, but it's just always been a dream. So I started training again after being on Plexus. So I had been on Plexus for about a year and a half. And I started training again this past November. And God, I've just never felt better. And all I can figure is it's my whole body is healthy, starting from my gut. So I have so much more natural energy. I can run at any time of day now, whereas in the past I've always had to do it in the morning. I've always been a morning runner. Now I can do it at any time of day, and I have great energy. If for some reason, if I ever don't have, I feel kind of sluggish in the afternoon, before an afternoon run, I'll take an edge right before my run, and then I can hit the times I need to hit, and it feels good. But I did run the half marathon in January, and I ran the same times that I ran 10 years ago, which I never thought I would do again. And I really do just have Plexus to thank for that. And I think the balanced blood sugar is huge for me, because I did struggle with hypoglycemia in the past with my blood sugar just dropping. That has not been an issue this time around. Everything's just been so easy, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm almost 40 and it's feeling so easy. It's got to be Plexus. So that's my story with my own personal health. And then I wanted to speak about my clients, because I've had a lot of clients in the past year and a half start on, most people start on the triplex and continue to train with me. And it is just truly amazing. It happens between 60 days in and 90 days in, maybe even 120 days in, like 2 to 4 months in. I can see a huge change in them in the gym, huge. And it's not just the fact that they've gotten stronger from training with me. It's they just have more natural energy when they show up to train in the evenings. They're acting like it's 9 a.m., tons of energy. So I've seen, it's really fun for me to watch my clients as they get their guts healthy and get their blood sugars balanced, and see the energy they have. And some of them do take accelerator right before they train, which helps. Others take boost. Those are usually my morning clients, and that helps a lot. I guess one more thing that I did think of that I do want to share is the importance of ease. Sorry, I forgot this, but while I was training for my last half, 2 weeks before the race, I was doing my long run, 15 miles, and 9 miles in, it felt like someone was stabbing me in the back of my hamstring with like a knife. It was terrible, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to walk. And I was like, oh no, Amy, don't walk. Excuse me. But I did. Since I'm a grown up now, I didn't push through it. I went to Chick-fil-A, and I was thinking, I'll just drink some water. I'll get through this. It's a cramp. I couldn't walk. So I called my husband from Chick-fil-A. He came and got me, and it hurt very badly. And I was like, I'm not going to be able to do this race. And I thought, oh my gosh, wait a minute. Let me take ease. So I just religiously, for 2 weeks, from that day to race day, I took my ease, and I put the ease cream on also 3 to 4 times a day. I was telling my friends I was taking a bath in ease, and it healed. I mean, it was like magic. And I was so worried I was going to feel it during the race. I didn't even feel it. So that's my little story that just happened recently that I love to share. So that's all from me.
Thank you so much, Amy. And I'll just say, it's never too late to train for the Olympics. Laura Wilkinson, I'm sure you guys know her. She's an Olympic gold medalist, and she's on the Plexus team, and she lives kind of near me, and she's actually training right now for the next Olympics. She took time off just like you did, and has decided to start training again since she started Plexus, and she completely attributes it to Plexus. So she's your same age, you can do it. But thank you so much for sharing that, and especially the story. I think the recovery aspect is really huge. Our house, we never don't have the Ease lotion on hand. It's huge. And of course the Ease capsules as well. But the Ease lotion is so big for like the muscle cramps and the soreness post-workout. It's such a big deal, and just to kind of bring that inflammation down and help the healing. So with that being said, I know you mentioned a lot of different things, and the accelerator and the boost as pre-workouts and those sort of things. I'm going to kick it over to Cameron now, and she's going to kind of talk us through some of the more, some of our products and why they work for certain things, and how they can affect your athletic performance.
Hey everybody, hey Sarah, thanks for having me today. Happy Monday. My story is very similar too. I can't believe in myself just taking supplements, being a Pilates instructor, feeling that fit, feeling like I was very fit. I'm out in Utah climbing mountains with huge heavy packs all the time, and my body wouldn't change. And just getting that inside out just made everything better. And I can see now, I was always somebody that had always some bloat around my muscles, and now I can see muscles being formed. And then it's just so great how that works. And we will encounter people that come to us because they want the energy to work out or having an issue and then a side effect. What I love about being a leader of a team, one of my most favorite things is when I see people get out and about and go to the gym and go on hiking again because they have the energy, they feel good too. Who wants to have IBS symptoms while going on a hike? Nobody. So, that's a huge market to talk to people about as they get healthier, talk about exercise. But there are people that are pretty, fit and active and don't really have gut issues and don't need Plexus. We encounter those all the time. I didn't need Plexus, but there are people out there that, seem they're regular 1 or 2 times their periods are fine. I sleep really great. I don't really have sugar cravings, do everything good, but I don't need Plexus. And I do it through diet and exercise alone. And we talked a little bit about why Plexus is the beginning in soil depletion, that we're not getting our nutrients. So Plexus is just going to enhance that nutrient for them and the bioavailability and recovery. But then just really seeing what happens as people exercise. Exercise is essentially just the intentional strenuous push of your body for health and fitness. That's all it really is. And when you exercise, your heart starts beating faster. You need more oxygen. You're uptaking more oxygen. Your blood's pumping. Your body's using more because you're intentionally revving up the body to train its muscles, and your heart gets bigger as you train more because it's pumping and it's a muscle. Your muscles, when you're working out and building things, it's literally tearing them. Your muscles are being torn and they heal back together stronger, and you tear them again and you heal them back together stronger. So there's these complex things going in. You're intentionally going into your body and breaking it down so it can be built back stronger. So your body is using more, and that's really what happens. And one of the key things in exercise is electrolytes. We hear that a lot, as people are guzzling their Gatorade, you'll be walking on the street and everybody's just walking, I need my electrolytes for Gatorade, or in my Gatorade. But what is really electrolyte? Electrolytes help maintain the balance between the outside of your cell and inside of your cell. It needs that fluid balance in there. And we think about electrolytes like sodium, calcium, magnesium, one of the 4 top electrolyte. We talk about magnesium a lot. And your body needs those things to bring carbohydrates in cells and to move energy, nerve impulses, muscle function, things like that. And as you're working out, that's being depleted. You're sweating, you're urinating more, your body's pumping more blood, everything's happening, you're using more oxygen. So you're depleting resources. So the people that don't need Plexus typically have heard about replacements and supplementation with performance and things of depleting. So Plexus can really help when, I don't have gut issues, I'm fine in my gut. I'm fine, I don't have blood sugar issues. But it really goes deeper than that. A lot of people that are performance athletes or gym rats and things like that are very exposed to supplements. I think that if you're going to talk to people about the people that don't need Plexus, that do it, everything, also go see the very first call on why we are bioavailable, we're natural, and we're clinically proven. You know, it's really hard for me to go in a gym sometimes and I see the sugar stuff they're selling. They tell people they need this energy, so they're giving some synthetic caffeine, synthetic sugar, and Plexus doesn't use that. We use all natural things. Our vitamins and minerals are naturally derived rather than chemically made. So it's not creating inflammation. So really know why we're different, why we have better supplements. And then I find talking a little bit about these products help a little bit too, about why we can really help. Blood sugars are a big thing. When we think about diabetics, they have wound healing issues because their body's improper. We talk a lot about blood sugars, and when your blood sugars are out of whack, your body shuts down other processes or stops doing that to deal with the blood sugar. So when you're working out, if you're doing high intensity interval training, your body is uptaking carbohydrates and nutrients different than you were maybe on elliptical for 40 minutes doing some fat burn. There's a whole science on what kind of food you need for different workouts. A lot of people think, oh, I should go get some energy chews. I'm going to the gym. And it's like, no, depending on what you're doing, you probably don't need that. That's a whole nother cynical topic, say for a whole nother cynical day. But your blood sugars, when they're out of whack, that's going to affect your carbohydrate metabolism. So if you go in there with wonky blood sugars and you're doing some high intensity stuff, your body is not it's uptaking the carbohydrates differently. So just being able to stabilize your blood sugars helps your body just work more efficiently at the gym, having sustained energy, decreasing the damage being caused by something that's going out of whack in your body rather than in the intentional tear of your muscle. So Slim is really great for that. And chromium, one of the main ingredients in Slim, is an electrolyte. So for me, you know, I go canyoneering, I get up at 4 a.m. and I'm back at like dark. When everybody's guzzling their Gatorades, which are hurting their gut linings, my lining is all synthetic, I'm drinking a Slim. I take a Slim with me. I put it in my little dry sack and I shake it up in my water and I feel great. And where I've seen it's really helped is just that little performance, just everything working a little bit more efficiently. I'm not jittery and it's giving me the energy I need. Also, when you have proper carbohydrate metabolism and you're not wonky with storing it or using it weird, you need different foods. Whenever I used to go out and about and do canyoneering, I would be shoving carbs. I would eat dried fruit, eat the sugar thing. I would just constantly need the carbs for energy just to get through the day. And it's crazy now. I have switched. I snack on hemp seeds and cheeses and things like that. I give my body fats and proteins and carbs, but my body is so efficiently metabolizing those carbohydrates because of the balanced blood sugars and the ingredients in Slim. I don't need to add even more sugar to my system. So that's been really, really helpful with that. So Slim is such, to me, it's a pre-workout for people that don't need to lose weight. I love it as a pre-workout and as an electrolyte replenishment and for healing. Your blood sugars, if you have stable blood sugars, your body can focus more on healing and recovery. The gut is a big thing that we're seeing in performance as well. In fact, there was this race across America and there was a study being made where they took fecal samples every single day of the runner and they had to FedEx it overnight to the lab, and they're still analyzing all that. It'll be interesting to see what they come up with. But generally we're seeing that the more athletic you are, performance athletes, things like that, have double the microbial diversity as normal people. So we're seeing that they have a more healthier, diverse ecosystem. One cool thing about the gut is when you're working out, your body is heating up and your bacteria is passing into the bloodstream more because everything's becoming more permeable because of water and things like that. So you see people with gut issues. I've seen this firsthand. Somebody that I have a friend that gets hives from things. I know she's dealing with gut health and she has yet to come along, but I still working on her every day. And she gets hives, but we went and did this. She was going uphill in the slick rot in full sun, so her body was heating up. The bacteria in her bloodstream was passing through and she got hives on the hike more severely because of her heart rate beating more. And so your gut function and working out can be a big thing. It can be triggered. People will be on a race and start getting stomach aches because they're increasing different things with that. So just having the gut healed will help with those allergic reactions and things like that, and to work with different antibodies that might be passing through. Your gut is where you absorb nutrients. So your nutrients are building blocks. It's where you absorb minerals, vitamins, amino acids. So if your gut's not absorbing things properly or well, then you're not getting the building blocks and the resources to rebuild and recover and to have that endurance. So just having that nutrient absorption is really important. One thing that I thought was so cool, this is the coolest thing of the day, is they have found that the big craze right now is beet juice because of the nitrates in it. But you can't absorb the nitrates as much unless you have a proper balance of gut. There's this bacteria on the back of your tongue that can absorb it right away as a nitrate, but your stomach affects your bacteria of your mouth. So just because we're not putting oral probiotics in doesn't mean that it's not affecting the colony. And in fact, we are seeing more and more that periodontal disease has nothing to do with anything. It's coming from the gut and affecting that. So the cool thing is beet juice has nitrates. Plexus Slim's pink drink is from beet juice. That's where the pink is. So it's like that cool symbiotic thing. We've got proper gut function and pink juice. So you take that and your body's taking nitrate and it's making it into nitrate oxide, which is helping kind of fuel your cardiovascular system. So again, the beet juice is such a great thing, and it's in the Slim, and I use that as a pre-workout now when I go into a canyon. And really, what's great for the gut health and having a really good gut health is your immune function. They did a study of some athletes in Europe that were doing races, and they gave a lactobacillus probiotic to it, which we have that strain in ours, and they saw a 50% drop in respiratory illness when they were training in winter months. So it's helping that immune system. When you're out running, you're taking a pound into your joints, you're doing different things, and you're tearing down your body. You need to have a healthy immune system. You're more susceptible. If you're outside running all the time or doing a marathon or around the gym, your immune system's healthy, so it just keeps you well so your body can heal up quicker and not fight off an infection. So the gut is just helping with those type of things. And more is coming out of it. This is brand new. Just probably in the last few months, people are starting to think, wonder what gut health is doing to performance and what we can do, which is awesome. And then magnesium is another important one in our BioCleanse. Magnesium is an electrolyte, and it's important for muscle function, nerve impulses, your electrolyte balance. Your oxygen uptake is affected by magnesium. And as you're working out, you're using more and more oxygen, which our magnesium is oxygenated. So I try to remember to take my BioCleanse before I go work out, because I'm putting oxygen in my bloodstream, kind of helping increase with more energy. So just thinking about it, as you're working out, you're increasing your activity, you're increasing the uptake, you're increasing output of fluids. So when we are thinking about performance and building, you want to replace that. For me, I can see a gigantic, significant improvement I used to be in the girl in the back, climbing up that hill, and now I'm the girl in the front. I feel so much better. It's still very weird for me when I'll be on a multi-day backpacking trip and we've done this crazy stuff to be able to wake up and not sore the next day, because you better believe I bring ease in my first aid kit. The creams, as well as the pills, and I take it every single night, as well as magnesium, because I'm putting resources back into my body that I've just depleted them, and it's going to help with recovery and energy to keep going, and rebuild the muscles without and with injury as well. When you're running and taking and doing canyoneering and backpacking, you're putting a lot of stress on your joints. So just helping with inflammation in the joints will help you perform and not have pain. And not, I call it, once you hit 35, you start getting those BS injuries. You're like, well, I was walking outside and I was leaning down to get the newspaper and I rolled my ankle and I can't walk. So just being able to keep your joints lubricated and happy and full and less inflammation will just help with being able to go to the gym and not and get rid of those injuries quicker. Our protein is great too. As soon as you leave the gym, you need to be fueling back with protein, really fueling your system back in so you can give the resources. But just think about that when you are going to the gym and talking to people that aren't sure about it because they don't need it, is, hey, you're replenishing resources into your body that you are burning. Do you want stuff that's high quality, high bioavailability, low sugar, all natural ingredients that are going to go in and replenish that? And then as well as help you heal, help your body recover and help with endurance, because your cells are now working efficiently. In our cells, we have a little thing called the mitochondria, and that's our energy house. And magnesium is needed for that. So as you're fueling your body with magnesium, you're helping with endurance and energy in your cells and your whole body and giving energy to your muscles. So I know for me, that's why I take it now. I feel great. A lot of my issues are gone away, and now I take it because it's just helping me get better and better out in the outdoors and the gym myself. Thanks for having me, guys, and thank you, Sarah.
No problem. And thank you so much for all of that excellent information. So I just wanted to reiterate that, obviously most people are going to start with the triplex, which is the Slim, the ProBio 5, and the BioCleanse to get their gut healthy, to get that great magnesium. The Slim is a pre-workout and that type of thing. A lot of athletes, and myself included, anytime I leave spin, I am taking one of our P96 protein shakes. That is a great fast-acting protein that's going to help you recover faster and build your muscle as well. So definitely, if you guys didn't catch that, that's a big thing to do post-workout. And I love that our protein is non-GMO. It's grass-fed from grass-fed cows. I can't talk. And the biggest thing is that it's cold processed as well, and there's no synthetic sugars or artificial flavorings or dyes, and that's a huge thing in the proteins that you look at. They're not, a lot of times they're not high quality proteins. They've got a lot of aspartame, which is like basically like an atom bomb going into your gut, and just ruining everything that you're trying to work towards. So definitely something to look at there. And then the other thing is, my husband, he works out hard and he focuses really hard on his pre-workouts. He's always done pre-workouts, but he hasn't always done the most healthy pre-workouts. And so in that industry, there's a lot of things that claim to be, healthy and towards athletic performance, all that kind of stuff, and it's not necessarily the best for you. So it's definitely important to read your labels. Our Boost and our Accelerator, as well as our Edge, all make excellent pre-workouts on top of the Slim. What my husband does, and it's a personal choice, but what my husband does is he uses the Boost and the Edge combined. I know other people use just the Edge or just the Boost or just the Accelerator. I know Steve Welch, we've had him on a couple of the calls before. He uses the Edge and the Accelerator. So why the Edge? It increases concentration, it increases stamina, and it increases energy. So it increases your ability to basically perform and concentrate and push through in the gym. So it makes an excellent pre-workout. The Boost and the Accelerator are thermogenic fat burners, and so they boost your metabolism, they boost your energy, and they boost your body's efficiency in burning fat and that sort of thing. So if you're doing this for performance purposes or for weight loss purposes or any of that, those are two great things. And the Accelerator, the 5-HTP, also boosts serotonin as well. So all those things are things to think of. Obviously, you want to do Plexus basically becomes the thing that marries what you're doing in the kitchen and what you're doing in the gym, and it kind of fills in those gaps. And so you definitely want to be replacing any nutrients you're missing in your diet with our X Factor, Mega X, that sort of thing, and those just kind of fill in those holes. And everything that we do, this is the biggest thing, guys, when you're comparing other athletic performance vitamins, supplements, that kind of thing, a lot of times they're synthetic, first of all, and a lot of times they're not the most bioavailable, especially, if they're synthetic, they're not the most bioavailable, but many vitamins are synthetic and ours are not. So that's the biggest key. You want your body using the most natural forms of what you're putting in it, and the most bioavailable forms, so it will actually use it, and it will use it efficiently, and it won't cause a whole slew of other issues with your gut and everything else. So that's all I got. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll see you on Wednesday. We're going to be talking all about kids and Plexus. So thank you guys so much for joining us, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.